The last time we queued up for Strife of the 8 and Rise of Kingdoms, our KvK got canceled. The biggest kingdoms in the game all said they wanted to slug it out, and no match was found. But this time, oh yeah, baby. We've got opponents found, and I've even got some map leaks that could be real. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming, and today, we gotta talk about this KvK. This is gonna be one of the biggest Strife of the 8 KvKs that we've had in the game. Not to say that the other ones weren't epic and legendary, in fact, crazy KvKs, but literally the number 1 kingdom, the number 2 kingdom, the number 4 kingdom by power are all queuing up and more. So this we have got to talk about. And of course, the internet is all talking about this KvK as well. In fact, many leaked maps have been starting to show up. Let me show you a couple of these that landed on Facebook. Here's the first supposed leak for the map for our Strife of the 8 KvK. And I mean, this one's pretty crazy. It's got us in the top middle. And you know what I find so weird about that? And I'll show you this in a minute. Courtesy of Ruz, we've got some data here. But by power, we're number 4 by power. In fact, what you would expect to see going around the outside of this map, if there are no campmates, and I see no campmates listed here, which is my first indicator that this could be completely bogus. How in the world could so many kingdoms have queued up? And how could you have kingdoms that are so insanely high power, like 556 and 846, and not have any campmates for the weaker kingdoms that are in this KvK? That feels like an impossibility to me that this could be accurate. But if we just look at this for a moment, okay? If we just look at this for a moment, we would be next to 254. I mean, there are allies. That's the game plan, right? And 846 is in the corner. 945 is in the middle over there. They're allied up. 556 is allied with them in 93. So both of them are kind of grouped together. In fact, this is a weird configuration because you have allies next to each other in every corner, which is not always the case. Oh, that's definitely not always the case. But who knows if this is the map? It seems unlikely, again, because there's no campmates. But there was another leak map we need to look at. In this version of the map, 254 takes the whole thing. So that's probably a reasonable leak, right? Right? But there's another map we need to go get a look at. Let me pull that one up. Here's yet another post on Facebook. I mean, everybody's got a theory on where all these kingdoms are going to line up. Could this be what the map looks like? Who freaking knows? In this case, yet again, I find myself confused. Why is 1075 in the top center? If there's no campmate with us, maybe this is just the big kingdoms being shown, the biggest kingdoms being shown, and not the campmates. So I don't quite understand what's going on here, because theoretically, where we are and 945 are should be swapped based on power. I'm going to show you that data. But we're looking at a really crazy slugfest KvK, and well, let's just talk about some of this data, shall we? If I take a moment to just color things to show who would be allied up, just in that last flavor of the map, and honestly, the positions, I have extremely low faith that this is what reality looks like, because I just can't imagine you'd have these kingdoms battling this way with 0 campmates in any war camp. That feels so unlikely. So I wouldn't even think too much about the arrangement of where they are. I just wanted to show you in that last map, if they were color-coded to show who's on what side, this is the way the sides are broken down. And something curious is going on when you look at the power that is in each of those allied groups. Oh, and by the way, you may be wondering, how do you know that these kingdoms are allied? I mean, I have it on good authority that 846 and 556 decided to ally up really early on. And then, theoretically, they've either worked with or decided to stack things in their favor by pulling 93 and 945 together. I know that 556 and 945 has been together, and in fact, several of them probably have. So that's probably where it is, but let me show you this. If we look at the way the 2 war camps, I guess, it's not 2 war camps, but the way that the 2 allied groups will be divided up, all right, we would be in Team A. We'd be allied with 254, 664, and 474. All of these kingdoms have solid reputations for fighting, by the way. Every single kingdom in this KvK does. And that is kingdom ranked 8, 4, 15, and 17. And we would be battling against kingdoms ranked 1, 2, 11, and 19. Which, okay, if things are maybe stacked in their favor by how much power are things in their favor. We're looking at, for the top 100 players by power, 3 billion power in their favor. That's a lot of power. But when you extend it to the top 600 players by power, we're looking at 12 billion power in their favor. That is a whole big alliance worth of extra power. Yikes. So things are going to be pretty interesting here. But as you might expect, our allies are, in 254 feeling very bullish. And so are we, because what the heck? We're gonna get a crazy fight. And if the map were to look, if the map were to look like what you see here, if this is actually what's happening and there are no campmates, which I do not believe, by the way, that feels really unlikely to me. Especially because, like, when you compare our power to 556's power, we're down by like 5 billion power compared to them, I think. Yeah, we're like down by 5 billion power when you look at our top 600 by power, which is kind of crazy. I mean, obviously we wouldn't try to 1v1 846, would we? So is 556 going to come fight us in this situation, or are they going to save up and fight 254 because they got a score to settle with them? I mean, look, either way, if we are up in that top corner or in that top center, we are going to have so much fighting to do. Woo! And honestly, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think this KvK is going to be really awesome. Everybody take a freaking chill pill. All right, if you heard anything in this video that you feel like is trash talking or whatever, just take it easy, man. You want to hear some trash talking? I'll bring Bunny and Nugget on here. Then you'll know what trash talking is, okay? So I'm hyped for this KvK. You should be hyped for this KvK because it's going to be completely insane. And let me jump in game. Based off of the calculations of my good friend Ruz, if you want to know when the fighting is, well, he's got the answer for you. Around the 11th of November is going to be the first pass opening. So 11/11, the fighting begins. The hell breaks loose. And of course, I'm going to cover all the pre-KvK events on this channel. The 28th, there's going to be Marauders. The 30th is pre-KvK training, presumably. I don't know. I haven't checked the timeline, but I'm just looking at a post, and those are probably about right. So if you want to see all the action, subscribe if you haven't already, because this KvK is going to be hot. Honestly, this may be the KvK that just like exceeds the most concurrent viewers I have ever had at a time, because it's going to be so hot and there's going to be so much action. That number, by the way, is around 3,400 plus concurrent viewers. And that happened in the KvK versus 77 and others who, by the way, like, shouldn't they be campmates of somebody in all these leaked maps? Like, color me unconvinced, all right? Somebody should have a campmate, shouldn't they? Shouldn't they? But I guess we'll see. Subscribe so you don't miss it. It's going to be hot as fire. Dragothian is in here, man, and he's got a 30 million power account where, I mean, I think he's going to get pwned, but he's going to try to get the 30 million kills, and gosh bless it, I hope he does. Until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies, and check the card up in the top if you want to see the last time that our KvK was canceled.